Okay, this lesson is over patterns and sequences. The first thing I want you to do is turn into your ISN to the glossary, to the A sections. I want you to write the term arithmetic sequence. That's simply a list of numbers in which each term is found by adding or subtracting the same number from the previous term. For example, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. This is an arithmetic sequence because to get from one term to the other, I'm adding 2 every time. All right, pause it if you need to get this down. And then I want you to turn to the G's. And I want you to write down geometric sequence. This is a list of numbers in which each term is found by multiplying or dividing the previous term by the same number. For example, 3, 6, I'm sorry, wrong example. 3, 9, 27. This is geometric because you're multiplying times 3 to get to the next term. So what would the next term be? Well, I'd have to multiply 27 times 3 to get my next term. That is 51. That's a geometric sequence. All right, so pause it if you need to so you can get that down. Then I want you to turn back in your ISNs to the next blank page. I gave you these study guides, 1.9 and 1.10 today in class. Glue those down. We're going to work both of those in this video. Down here at the exercises, they've given you arithmetic sequences, and the directions say to describe the relationship between the terms and then write the next 3 terms. So what you're looking for here is what's the pattern between the terms? Well, it's a +2 pattern. That's the relationship. Then if I want to write the next 3 terms, well, I've got to go 8 + 2 is 10, +2 is 12, +2 is 14. And it's that simple. That's all you're doing. All right, look at number 2. What's the pattern? Well, it's +3 every time. Right? 4 + 3 is 7, 7 + 3 is 10, 10 + 3 is 13. The next 3 terms would be +3 is 16, +3 is 19, +3 is 22. Okay? The next term, the next sequence. It's got decimals in it, but that shouldn't trip you up too much. We're still adding 0.3. 0.3 plus 0.3 is 0.6. So the pattern would be plus 0.3. That's my pattern. The next 3 terms, if I'm going to add 1.2 plus 0.3, that's 1.5. Plus 0.3, that's 1.8. Plus 0.3, that's 2.1. It's the next 3 terms. All right, so I want y'all to finish 4, 5, and 6 before you come to class tomorrow. And then look at number 7. It's a word problem. Mama's Bakery just opened and is currently selling only 2 types of pastry. Each month, Mama's Bakery will add 2 more types of pastries to their menu. So suppose this pattern continues. What algebraic expression could you use to find the number of pastries after any given number of months? All right, what I would do with this is I'd make a little T-chart. And this would be month, and this would be number of pastries. Okay, it said first month, they only had 2 types of pastries, right? But they're adding 2 every month. So the second month, they're going to have how many? They're going to add 2. That's 4. The third month, they're going to add 2. That's 6. Right? Fourth month, add 2. They're going to have 8 pastries. So when they ask you for this algebraic expression, what they're asking you is, what do you have to do to the number of months to get the number of pastries? What's the pattern every time? How do I get from 1 to 2? And 2 to 4, and 3 to 6, and 4 to 8. Well, you have to multiply times 2, don't you? 1 times 2 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 3 times 2 is 6. 4 times 2 is 8. So the algebraic expression would be 2 times the number of months, 2m. How many pastries will be offered in 1 year? Well, how many months are in a year? 12, right? So I'm going to plug in a 12 for the number of months, 2 times 12. So at the end of 1 year, they're going to be able to offer 24 pastries. Okay? Now, look at 1-10. These are function tables. Okay? If you'll look down here at number 1, they've got the x value, which is the number that you're going to input into the expression, and then the y value ends up being your answer. There's actually a typo here. This should say x plus 4, not x times 4. This is what goes in the middle column. This part of the equation goes right here, x plus 4. So if you input a 0 in for x, what do you get? 0 plus 4. You're going to write that right here in the middle column. And then under the y column goes your answer. What is 0 plus 4? It's 4. 1 plus 4 is 5. 2 plus 4 is 6. 3 plus 4 is 7. And it's really that simple. That's how you fill out these charts. Okay? They had some typos elsewhere too. Look at table number 2. Notice that I changed this to match what the equation says, 10x. So if you input a 1, that means 10 times 1, the answer is 10. Now input a 2. 10 times 2 is 20. 10 times 3 is 30. 10 times 4 is 40. So all I want you to do is complete these last 2 tables the same way and finish numbers 4, 5, and 6 from the 1-9. So 4, 5, and 6 from 1-9, and then I want you to finish tables 3 and 4 from 1-10. All right? See you tomorrow.